So the last full moon we had Moonflower born, and the very next full moon we have Luna, who is a baby to Labriska. And as you can see there, Labriska was not interested in her from the very, very beginning. She's leaning away even. But she was healthy. This is maybe 10 minutes after birth, and this is maybe 20 minutes or so after birth. You like the baby? And as always, the guardians just adore the new babies, and they get really sensitive to any sounds, and they up their game as far as protecting. So today is Sunday, and I have Labriska here, and she's been kind of round lately, and we've been kind of wondering all summer if she was pregnant or not. And today she was laying up there in the alpaca pen. She had a little baby girl just about half an hour ago, and she weighs 13.4 pounds. And Labriska is not yet interested in her, so we'll see how this goes. And Labriska doesn't have milk yet. The baby was born not moving at all, and I thought we may have a stillborn. I mean, there was no movement. And so I did clear the airway and swing her just a little bit upside down, and she just had the littlest amount of movement. And I'm like, she's alive. She's not totally gone. And she was not gone at all. I did not know if she would have made it if we wouldn't have been there. So the whole herd always gets very excited whenever there's a new baby. And here they are meeting the newcomer, Luna. And Labriska is way back there. She's the one with the halter on. She just had no interest. And I tried putting her in the nursery together with the baby for several hours. And when I opened the door, she was just gone. No interest. So Labriska, the mom to Luna here, is 7 years old, and this is her first baby, but she's never liked any of the babies in the herd. I mean, she's not mean to them, but she'll just spit at them and want to get away from them. So we didn't know if she would bond up or not, but it's not a surprise that she didn't, and it'll probably be her only baby. So Luna became ours, Maria and my baby, and you know, I don't feel like this is a sad thing because she didn't have any loss. Luna is just happy-go-lucky girl, and we're home all the time. And she's going to have the best of both worlds because she'll be outside. She can use the criador. She can come to the back door. She can come and go all winter. She'll be first down in the morning to have breakfast in the kitchen before the others get it and things like that. When it's a blizzard out, she'll be sitting by the fire. She is not our first bottle baby. We have had moms that weren't interested before, and that's how it's gone. So I don't think it's a sad thing. And at the time, little did we know that we were going to have an orphan baby, the first orphan baby I've ever had in 17 years of having alpacas. So Luna has actually been a blessing to the orphan baby because they'll grow up being bottle fed together and playing together and being together in the house and things like that. So let's talk about Caspian. Caspian is the father to our last 9 babies. And Caspian was a rescue. His owner died, and we took him in. And since he was unrelated to anyone here, we thought we could also use him as a stud, and it didn't work. So we just figured he was sterile. He wasn't going to be a stud, which was fine. And he lived with the studs, Moose and Wagon Box Walker, which was okay for a while. And then Moose started being extremely aggressive to Caspian, and there were fights that were not good, drawing blood. And so we decided, well, let's just put him in with the gentle females and geldings. And that worked out wonderful. And there were no babies for a couple years. And then all of a sudden, last year, he was the father of Antares, Swingley, and Lily Pearl. So they turned out so wonderful, and they have such kind dispositions. And we kept him in there. And then this year we have the 6 babies: Theodore, Spirit, Michael, Moonflower, Luna, and Dark Eagle. And because Caspian is the father to them all, these are all half-brothers and half-sisters. And they all have the sweetest personalities. We decided to geld Caspian over a month ago because last year he had a girl, Lily Pearl, and we didn't want him living with his daughter when she was older. That we don't want them to have babies because they're related. So that is the story of Caspian. He's been a huge blessing here at our farm. Well, guys, you're not going to believe it. Number 6. Oh my gosh. Beautiful black baby girl. Hi, Luna. You're not the youngest anymore. Caspian is having his full prodigy this year. And he is gelded now, but we're getting all we can out of him, I guess. Wow. Oh my gosh. I can't even believe it. So this is number 25 alpaca. She's looking really good too. It's okay, Ruthie. Okay, you're all just seeing her. It's okay. Just moments after Betty White had her baby, a bald eagle came in and circled and left, and came back and circled again over the baby and left. So we chose to name this baby Dark Eagle for the presence of the eagle and for her dark color. And the guardians chase the eagle off, as they do any hawk or eagle or bird of prey, because they are a predator to little ones. Alright, so here's what we got going here. I really thought that Betty White was going to be a really good mom because she's so protective. See, it's not happening. So this baby is just going around crying, and it's getting colder in the rain, and we had him in the nursery and there was no connection. When we opened the door after several hours, Betty White just ran away, and so we're gonna take her in for the night with the rain. And Luna absolutely adores her, and which is really fun to see because Luna has not yet connected with the other babies because she's only 5 days old and she's been with us. And when she has seen the other babies, they're real interested in her, and she's kind of like hiding behind me. She likes the dogs. She's not shivering yet, but it is getting colder. Doesn't she look like an eagle? I think so. She's just beautiful. So we're going to take care of her, and the connection could still happen tomorrow when the rain is gone, and you don't know. The eagle has landed into the house. Okay, so the moment we've all been waiting for. I know I've been waiting for what was going to happen this morning with Dark Eagle and her mom, Betty White. And they bonded up. So Betty White will be raising Dark Eagle, and they pretty much found each other. Wasn't like real strong, okay, like there's my mom and there's my baby, but they definitely did. And Luna absolutely loves Dark Eagle, so we're going to make sure they're together a lot. And that means I need to be in the field, and Maria too, a lot, just so Luna can be by us, and who she wants to be by is us, and her bestest best friend, Dark Eagle. And they had a wonderful night. They got up every 2 hours, and I fed them each a bottle. Of course, Dark Eagle got colostrum, and they would use the bathroom, and they go in a bedpan every 2 hours. That's what's been working. And but it looks like Dark Eagle will be sleeping outside with her mom in the herd, and Luna will continue to be our baby. So we got one baby to raise, and it was really special this morning. Betty White ate out of my hands. She'd never have done that. And when I went to pet Dark Eagle goodbye, she leaned in and liked that I was scratching her head. So it's not goodbye. There's Betty White. It's just her full-time mom will be Betty White. So this was letting them out this morning, and Betty White did take off and leave and get pretty far, but she came back, so that's how it's going to be. Hi, guys. And we didn't want to push anything. We wanted it to be the way it's meant to be. So that's the way it's meant to be. All the babies get introduced to the horses so they can smell them and know they're not an intruder. So everything seemed fine. Betty White seemed fine. She was out grazing. There she is right there. And I didn't know that she wasn't fine, or maybe she was and was about to not be okay. But what happened was later in the day, seemed like she rested more, and she wasn't attentive to her cria quite as much, but didn't seem like it was any much of a problem. I thought, well, maybe she's just a little tired after giving birth. But then when I noticed she was having a hard time breathing, I gave her an antibiotic, and I went to get another antibiotic at the store because we could see then we did have a problem. And the one I gave was outdated a few months, which I'm learning now that was still okay, what I gave her. I just didn't get it in her soon enough because I didn't see the signs. And by the time I got back, I was gone like an hour. Maria said she had passed away. And it's just been a shock to us all. This has been the hardest video to make and edit, and we've even debated putting it out, but this is the story of Luna and Dark Eagle, and we think it's a story that needs told. And we want to honor Betty White too, that gave us this amazing cria. We don't know how old she was. She was a rescue that came here 5 years ago. And there is late afternoon when I noticed she was resting more. But again, I didn't see that was a problem. She seemed to be breathing fine still at that point. I do think Dark Eagle knew that something was wrong because she did start coming to us more than her mom. And after she passed, she mourned her mom and she looked for her. And that was the hardest thing to deal with for us, because it broke our heart to see this baby sad. And that lasted about a day and a half. And of course, we took her in and gave her colostrum. And when I saw that her mom was maybe not going to make it, I milked her mom one more time. I'd only milked her at the very beginning, and at the very end, I thought, we need to save this baby if Betty White doesn't make it. But when she died, it had already been well past the 24-hour mark, and that's when colostrum can absorb. But I still gave her some at the very end there, because I read that it can still absorb at 36 hours. And also, Dark Eagle was getting supplement milk. We don't mess around with the baby. Is she getting milk? Is she not? With any of them, we make sure they get colostrum and milk, no matter what. So here we're into the next day, and we just wanted to surround Dark Eagle with love. And the guardians were amazing. They just know that the baby was sad, and they kept her right by their care, and so did we. And again, that lasted about a day and a half, and then she came out of it and stopped looking for mom, and she started to play. There's Ruthie there, checking on her and licking her. So we have had 7 crias since our last bottle baby, which was Antares, and we've never ever had an orphan baby, but we have had bottle babies where the mom just isn't feeding them. And the last one was Antares, quite a while ago now, and then was Luna, and then 5 days later we have this orphan. So as awful as it is, it couldn't have been timed better to have a bottle baby being Luna, because she will get raised right along next to Dark Eagle, and I know that's going to be a comfort for Dark Eagle. Luna is a happy-go-lucky baby that's never experienced any loss, and her mom is totally healthy. It's Labriska, but they never made any connection. So I know Luna has been a huge help to Dark Eagle, and now they'll be playmates, and they have each other. And the easiest thing is to keep reliving this tragedy, and we're stopping ourselves from doing that. We try to learn from what mistakes we may have made. I'm not sure too much what I've done different, unless I just could have known to give that antibiotic sooner. But thank you for coming along on this journey, and they're just beautiful babies, and we're thankful for both of them. This video is dedicated to Betty White, who did all that she could to get this baby here safely. And from this point going forward, we will do all that we can to try and give Dark Eagle the best, healthy, happy life that we can. Thank you all for watching, And we thank you all for your comments on social media and all your prayers. We appreciate and we love you all so much.